Hello, good evening, sir. My name is Bhautik Parmar. My wireless communication presentation topic is wireless ad hoc network. These are my presentation outlines. Introduction to ad hoc network. How does it work? Cellular versus ad hoc networks comparison. Technical challenges and issues faced by ad hoc network. Ad hoc wireless network protocol and advantages and its applications. So first of all, multi-hop wireless network. It is defined as a collection of nodes that communicate with each other wirelessly by radio signal with a shared common channel. In this figure, the blue dots are known as the node. The blue dots are known as node and distance between two blue dots are known as hop. These red dotted lines are known as path, chain, or route. Ad hoc network. It's a type of multi-hop wireless network. Node in the network are mobile in general. The wireless host in such network communicate with each other without the existing of a fixed infrastructure and without a central control. The device in ad hoc network can access each other's resources directly through point-to-point connection. Central server are unnecessary for file share on the network because every node are act as the central controller, so there is no need of central server. A mobile ad hoc network can be connected to other fixed network or the internet. Most of the ad hoc network use the allocated frequency for the industrial, scientific, and medical called ISM band. Routing is complex. Routing and resource management is done in distributed manner. Distributed manner means we can see this figure. Like if we consider this node as node A, this is node B, node C, and node D. So if node A wants to communicate with node D, then node A need to transfer its packet with node B, or node B send the packet to node D. So these are the communication in distributed manner. And by this, if there is an hidden node are present, then the data transfer between A to B, total packets are transferred and some packets are lost. So packet loss may occur. How does it work? Device in the ad hoc network require a wireless network adapter. They need to support hosted network. Each wireless adapter must be configured for ad hoc mode only instead of infrastructure. All wireless adapters need to use the same SSID and channel number. And ad hoc network's frequency is 30 MHz to 5 GHz range. Now, comparison between cellular and ad hoc networks. In cellular network, there is an infrastructure. So it is an infrastructure network. While in ad hoc network, it is an infrastructure less network. In cellular network, there is fixed, relocated cell site and the base station. While in ad hoc network, there is no base station and rapid deployment. Static backbone network topology in the cellular network, while in ad hoc network, there is a highly dynamic network topologies. In cellular network, it is a relatively caring environment and stable connectivity, while in ad hoc network, costly environment and irregular connectivity. Why there is an irregular connectivity? Because every node in mobility or the device in the uh, traveling mode. So there is an irregular connectivity because every node is act as a central controller. So data transfer or packet loss are occur. So there is an irregular connectivity. While the base station are the stable point or pre-located cell site, as we see. So there is a in cellular network, it has stable connectivity. Cellular network cost setup cost is high, and ad hoc network setup cost is effectively less compared to cellular network. Cellular network require large setup time, while ad hoc network require less setup time. There are several challenges that ad hoc network faces, such as limited wireless range, hidden terminals, packet losses, route changes, and battery power constraints. So, technical challenges and issues. The main challenges faced by the ad hoc network are the following. Energy conservation. Node in the ad hoc network are equipped with the limited batteries. Node is like our mobiles or the device, so they have limited battery life. And if continuously turned on, then battery consumption is high. So this is an issue, or this is a challenge for the ad hoc network. Then after, unstructured and time varying topology. Because of nodes in mobility that make the network topology usually unstructured. In cellular network, there is a structured network topology, but by the node in mobility, in ad hoc network, the network topology is unstructured and make the optimizing process a difficult task. Then after, scalability, in some case, there will be a huge number of nodes. So this is become unscalable. After, low quality communication. In general, wireless networks are less reliable than wired networks. In addition to that, the quality of the network can be affected by the environmental factor. Like if we see in day-to-day life, the wired network like Ethernet or LAN cable, we connect, then we got the high speed as compared to our mobile network or the Wi-Fi. So, and in Wi-Fi or a mobile network, environmental factor also affect to our network or in communication. So there is a low quality communication. Resource constraint in computation. The resources in ad hoc network, such as energy and network bandwidth, are available in limited amount. Some bandwidth are in limited amount, and energy is also, because battery consumption issue. So energy is also in limited amount. In addition to that, ad hoc networks inherit some of the issues which are faced by the traditional wireless network, like there are no known boundaries for the maximum range that node will be able to receive the network frames. The wireless channel is weak, unreliable, and unprotected from outside interfaces. The wireless channel has time varying and asymmetric propagation properties. Hidden node and exposed node problem may occur. As we see that hidden nodes and exposed node problems, by these we have packet loss or data loss occurs. So this is the issue for the wireless ad hoc network. Then the ad hoc wireless media access protocol. Why do we need for a media access protocol? The medium is shared by all of the nodes. If we give the node the freedom to send at any time, then that could result in contention. We cannot have a central controller to manage the transmission process because every node can move at any time. So there is no central controller. Therefore, we will choose from the media access control or MAC protocol in order to use the shared medium in the most efficient way. So, existing ad hoc MAC protocol. First, multiple access with collision avoidance, MACA protocol. It was proposed as a solution for both hidden terminal and exposed node problems. It has the ability to control transmitter power for each packet. Each of the packet, every node has the ability to control transmitter power for the each packets. Then after, MACA by invitation, multiple access with collision avoidance by invitation. In MACA by invitation, there is no way that the receiver will know whether the transmitter has a data to transmit or not, which will affect the communication performance because of the waiting time for the RTR message. Or there is one disadvantage is also by this, if there is, the receiver will never know the transmitter as a data, the battery consumption is also occurs. Then after power aware multi-access protocol with signaling, PAMAS. It reduces the power consumption by turning off all nodes that are not actively transmitting or receiving. So this can be covered by the PAMAS. So this its disadvantages like in the MSCA by innovation, there is receiver will never know the transmitter as a data or not. So in this PAMAS, it covers its disadvantages by turning off active, all deactivated node which have no data to transmit or receive. So it turn off all nodes power. In PAMAS, each node has ability to shut down its transceiver. If a transmitter or receiver receive the data, then every node have ability that the transceiver node shut down by its neighbor node or any of the nodes. Then after DBTMA, Dual Busy Tone Multiple Access Protocol. In DBTMA, when node is receiving data, it sends a busy tone signal to its neighbor. After the hidden terminal sends the busy tone, they refrain from transmitting. So, if the hidden terminal refrain, then the packet loss will not occur. So, this is the VTMA, busy tone multiple access. While in DBTMA, dual busy tone multiple access, there are two out of band of busy tones. One used to signify transmit busy and the other used to signify receive busy. By this, when the node is transmitting the data or whether the node is transmitting the data or whether the node is receiving data, the hidden terminal sends that busy signal and is refrained from the transmitting. And advantages and application of the ad hoc network. Ad hoc network have several advantages over the traditional network, like ad hoc network can have more flexibility, it is better in mobility, it can turn up and turn down in very short time, it can be more economical, it consider a robust network because of its non-hierarchical distributed control and management mechanism. There are lots of application of the ad hoc network, like a group of people with laptop and they want to exchange files and data without having an access point. So they can share the file sharing through internet and they need to connect to the internet. Yes, if we need to exchange information and the network's infrastructure has been destroyed. So in the battlefield, we all know that military tanks are running and they need to communicate between each other. So there is no possibility to build an infrastructure. So by ad hoc network, they can communicate with each other. Thank you, sir.